This video and others like it are funded by viewers like you. Thanks for your support. Police carry out controlled operations in the Medellín metro. So far, 21 people have been arrested. Let's jump into it. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, Racing Borders. And now, news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC-born Rob, Racing Borders. I'm DC Rob. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. My voice is still scratchy, so I can only go but a certain volume. But I have two stories for you today. One's in Medellin, one's in Cartagena. Let's get into it. According to the data from the authorities, 8 of the arrests were flagrant delicto, for the crime of theft. By the way, the meaning of flagrant delicto means caught red-handed or caught in the act. Maybe you were traveling as usual in the Medellin metro system and you happen to see police officers doing searches and ask for identification to verify background information. Well, the Metropolitan Police of the Aburrá Valley reported that on deployment of control operations in stations, platform, and even inside the metro trains to guarantee the safety and good coexistence of users of the transportation system. This Thursday, January 25th, Colonel Eddie Sanchez, operational commander of the Metropolitan Police, confirmed that more than 100 additional uniformed personnel were available to carry out security actions throughout the system. This is a special component with all police specialties to prevent crimes such as theft or sexual harassment from being committed in the system, as well as fights or bad behavior by users, among other situations. In the first report they provided of these actions, the police reported that so far they have made 21 arrests, of which 8 were caught in flagrante delicto, for the crime of theft. Likewise, another 9 were for possession of narcotics and 4 more were for people who had a valid arrest warrant. Additionally, the uniformed officers carried out 6,000 searches and searches on citizens that applied 15 summons for violating Law 1801, National Code of Security and Citizen Coexistence. The actions also include prevention and awareness campaigns to prevent thefts, fights, and personal injuries in the system, problems that are sometimes reported through social networks. Let's jump into this next one in Cartagena. We know what the mayor is trying to do by moving night activity to other operations other than the square. So obviously people are a little heated and saying that they're not being protected. So I have switched one of the words, the sex word, I've switched to adult because it's just mentioned so many times and I don't want to do all this work and have this video flagged. Well, let's jump into the story. Mayor insists on persecuting adult workers, states the organization Caribe Afirmativo, after the issuance of a new decree in which more measures are taken against prostitution in the historic center. Caribe Afirmativo spoke out again. The organization Caribe Afirmativo, defender of the rights of LGBTIQ+ people, spoke out against measures taken by the mayor's office of Cartagena in the historic center of the city. The group assured that the mayor insists on persecuting and unprotecting adult workers and those who carry out popular trade by expanding the prohibitions in this sector through Decree 0065 of 2024. The main effect of these measures is the permanent control at the entrance to different streets in the historic center, thus limiting the access of the informal workers. Furthermore, it strengthens the criminalization of those who perform adult work without observing that they are people with special constitutional protections, says Caribe Afirmativo. They asked for a dialogue table, reiterating that they had expressed in their first statement against Decree 03/2024, where the first restrictive measures were established. They indicated that it is necessary to create dialogue tables for the construction of a roadmap that prevents and punishes the crime of human trafficking without increasing the stigmatization and violation of the rights of the people who carry out adult work and popular commerce in the areas covered by the decree. The organization criticized that despite this statement requesting consultation with the affected groups, the mayor's office responded with more restrictions, not only a violation consolidated to the constitutional right to engage in adult work, but also other fundamental rights such as the minimum living wage, human dignity and work, as well as other rights such as freedom and movement of public spaces. This measure encourages the segregation of people who are perceived as or who actually carry out the aforementioned tasks they indicated. According to Caribe Afirmativo, the situation worsens as the National Police has the power to determine who enters and does not enter the historic center, which can lead to police violence. This concern is related to the historical record of police violence in the area. Since then, Caribbean Afirmativo Human Rights Observatory between 2007 and 2012 have registered 50 cases, with 70% in Cartagena. These cases are characterized by profiling of sexually diverse subjects and the use of weapons provided to intimidate, constrain, threaten, or injured, they stated. Protection is mandatory. In the decree, the district states that given the transitory nature of the restrictions and in order to guarantee the rights of people who engage in adult work, the feasibility of specifying specific areas for the development of these activities will be studied within the framework of the territorial planning plan. This is under study. However, from Caribe Afirmativo, they assured that with this, the mayor's office calls into question the obligation to protect the rights of these people. Protection of the rights of adult workers is not contingent upon deferred under a POT review process. It must be a comprehensive and permanent responsibility on the part of whoever governs a territory, they stated. So there you go. It looks like there's an organization that are helping the adult workers continue to work. Now, that work is still going to continue to work. They're just making it more difficult. Looks like the government is making it more difficult for them to do their work in certain areas, which, if you remember my story from last week or a few days ago, they're pushing it into the side streets, and then that affects those areas. So it's not going to go away. It's legal. So either make it illegal or, stop complaining about it. It is what it is. I get moving it out of the tourist areas, but find a place for them to go. Simple as that. Anyway, just my 2 cents. You're up to date. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have a flight crew. Thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant.
Okay, hold on, guys. Right quick. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know, and you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellín, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. Okay, guys, another day, another trip. I'm getting ready to hit the road, and guess what? One product I'm taking with me. That's right, it's the Epica Travel Adapter. It's going with me wherever I go. You need to do the same.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. This is Born Rob.
If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Mori. Contact information in the description below.